Discussion on giant T-wave inversion and non-sustained ventricular tachycardia. Holter tracing showing giant T-wave inversion and non-sustained ventricular tachycardia both at the beginning of the tracing and at the end. Ventricular ectopic beats are also seen in between. Variation in QRS amplitude of the NSVT beats is evident. Please subscribe to this channel for future updates. Click on the subscribe button. Press the bell icon after that for all updates. It is likely that this will soon progress to Torsades de Pointes in the setting of gross QT interval prolongation. QT interval is seen as 640 milliseconds in a cycle with cycle length of 600 milliseconds. So the QTC will be 640 milliseconds. The first ventricular ectopic is followed by a good compensatory pause, while the second one is almost an interpolated ventricular ectopic beat. Initial beat of the NSVT in the terminal part of the strip has a different morphology and the cycle length to the next beat is longer. It is 360 milliseconds compared to 280 milliseconds for the other NSVT beats. Channel 1 shows ST segment depression in the sinus beats. Another Holter strip showing NSVT, giant T inversion and QTC prolongation. Here the polymorphic nature of the NSVT is more evident, though it is yet to evolve into the typical Torsades de Pointes. Isolated VPCs are also seen. The VPC at the beginning of the tracing is not followed by a compensatory pause. The PR interval of the next beat is prolonged, suggesting concealed retrograde conduction of the VPC in the AV junction. The next sinus beat also has a shorter QTC and less deep T inversion, possibly due to the shorter preceding cycle length. The last VPC in the tracing has a good compensatory pause. Channel 1 shows ST segment depression in sinus beats. Baseline ECG showing giant T-wave inversion in lateral leads. Curved ST segment is seen in V3. QT interval is 680 milliseconds at a cycle length of 600 milliseconds, which will be the QTC. ST segment depression is noted in V5 and V6. Shallow T inversion is seen in inferior leads. 50 Hz line voltage artifacts are seen in almost all leads but more prominent in inferior leads. No ventricular ectopy has been documented in this tracing, showing the importance of longer monitoring to document arrhythmia. Maximum depth of T-wave inversion in V5 is 18 mm. A depth of T-wave of 10 mm or more is generally considered as deep T-wave inversion. Giant T-wave inversion with depth of 35 mm have also been described in literature. Deep T inversions without gross increase in width can occur in ischemia and hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. In a study involving 864 patients with hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, 15% had giant T-wave inversion. Deep and negative T-waves are an important feature of post-anoxic state and occurs typically after a Stokes-Adam attack. Presence of such broad and negative T-waves in a case of complete heart block would indicate that the person had a recent episode of asystole. Giant wide T inversion can occur in intracranial bleeds like subarachnoid hemorrhage. Giant T-wave inversion has also been reported in pheochromocytoma after electroconvulsive therapy and in Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. Giant T-wave inversion can also occur with cardiogenic but non-ischemic pulmonary edema associated with prolongation of QT interval and resolving after resolution of symptoms. Here are the first set of references on giant T-wave inversion. Second set of references are here. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for future updates and click on the bell icon for all updates. Thank you.